This is KGW News at noon.
We start this afternoon with a wild situation at a California high school. A cougar got onto the campus at Pescadero High School, which is about 45 miles north of San Francisco. We're showing you pictures and video from that school right here. School staffers did manage to lock the cougar into a classroom and waited for wildlife workers to remove it. All students, all staff at the school are safe. No one was hurt. But it was just a few days ago in eastern Washington that a cougar attacked a 9-year-old girl in the Spokane area. Now to the latest on last week's school shooting in Texas, because there's been a big push for gun reform in Congress since that shooting last Tuesday. President Biden is considering executive action at this point as he puts pressure on Congress to come up with a bipartisan solution. There's no assault weapons ban on the table at this point, but lawmakers are considering strengthening background checks along with investments in mental health.
Progress is my goal, but progress that is going to save lives right now.
Discussing how we might be able to come together to target the problem, which is mental illness and school safety.
Tomorrow, the House Judiciary Committee will review a package of gun safety measures ranging from raising the legal age to buy assault rifles to mandating the safe storage of guns. Closer to home here in Vancouver, Skyview High School had extra security this morning after deputies arrested a student for bringing a gun to school. We're showing you a photo there of the semi-automatic handgun. According to the Clark County Sheriff's Office, the teen told school officials that he had the weapon for self-defense. The Sheriff's Office also said the gun had an empty chamber, but there were rounds in the magazine. We'll stay in Clark County for this next story about a crackdown on cases of animal neglect and abuse. The county has new leadership in place, along with increased staffing to help deal with the issue. KGW's Catherine Cook has more this afternoon after following up on a recent rescue.
Bales of hay, sunshine, and proper medical care. It's the order of the day for these 3 horses. Pretzel, the mare, along with Waffles and Sprinkles, both just a year old. You can see how badly malnourished they all are. The young ones have never received foot care, and their teeth are worn down from foraging for food. Recently, Clark County Animal Protection and Control rescued them from a home in La Center, along with another horse.
There she is.
Make that 2 more horses. Mom Sorbet just gave birth to little Gelato here on Sunday.
Like these 2 actually were some of the worst 2 that I've seen in the last few years.
Kim Mosman is executive director of Sound Equine Options. The nonprofit helps neglected and abused horses rescued by law enforcement. Right now, these horses are being cared for by the veterinarian staff at Eagle Fern Equine in Estacada.
It's hard, I guess. You just focus on, I'm pretty good at focusing on what we can get them to be.
These 5 horses are part of a large influx of livestock and equine rescued from all over Clark County. 93 animals since September. Everything from cattle and birds to goats and, of course, horses.
That's a really big number when people are just used to dealing with dogs and cats. Some of the cases are pretty rough.
Joanne Cloud is a big reason why those cases are getting attention now. Last July, Clark County hired her to lead Animal Protection and Control. Cloud admits animal control did not have the greatest reputation.
Their perception was that, you can call, but they won't do anything. They won't show up. And I made sure that for me, when I got hired, 1, we're going to respond to every call, even if it's little, because you never know. Something little accidentally turns out to be something big.
It's what led them to finding and rescuing these horses from La Center.
We got a call just about skinny horses in the pasture. I was concerned that she would not be able to deliver a healthy baby or be able to even have the energy to, give birth. So luckily we got them to Sound Equine just in time.
Once these horses have stabilized, they all have foster homes lined up to take them in. After that, the nonprofit will find them new owners to adopt them.
Working with law enforcement allows us to get to the worst of the worst, the ones that need us the most.
Kim is grateful for every chance Sound Equine gets to help and thankful for the donations they depend on to run. She knows there will be many more animals in need, especially now.
And then people understand that they'll be, held accountable, and that community then expects you to take care of an animal and not let it suffer.
In Estacada, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since the Oregon primary, and they are still counting ballots in Clackamas County. But election officials in the county say they do expect to have all ballots processed by the end of this week. Barcodes on thousands of ballots in Clackamas County cannot be read by machines because of a printing error. It's been a scramble to get those ballots counted by hand, but Oregon law says all ballots have to be counted and the election has to be certified by June 13th. Starting today, the Oregon Health Authority will screen newborns for spinal muscular atrophy, also known as SMA. It's a genetic disease that affects the central nervous system, making basic activities like breathing, swallowing, and walking difficult. In Oregon, it's estimated that 4 babies are born with this disease each year. Back in February, we spoke with Alina, who has SMA, and her mom, Trudy, about the importance of these early screenings.
Alina is really fortunate that we were able to get her diagnosis much earlier than almost anyone else with her condition.
Her early diagnosis means Alina got early treatment, and she doesn't have to deal with feeding tubes or wheelchairs or other accessibility issues. And Trudy hopes the new screening requirement here in Oregon brings hope to other families as well. All right, before we check in with Rod Hill, we're going to take a live look outside Oregon coast. Good afternoon to you. This is a live look from our Chinook Winds Skycam. Rod, pretty skies there. It has been cloudy for the most part throughout downtown. I kept looking out the window saying, are we really going to reach 80 degrees today?
You know what, though? My target at sunrise, I understand your concern,
Yes.
Mr. Carter.
Thank you. Thank you.
My target temperature for the noon hour was 69 degrees, and that's actually where we are right now. So we still have a chance to at least get up into the upper 70s. We'll stick with the coast. We saw the clouds in Lincoln City. Let's go up to the north coast. Similar scene here. Looks like the tide's out a little bit. You can walk out to the Big Rock. 56 degrees in Cannon Beach, and the clouds that Drew alluded to have been solid here in downtown Portland as well. But we are warming up. 69 degrees outside right now. Quick look at the visible satellite picture. No rain chance today. We're just dealing with the clouds, and where you see the white give way to a little darkness, that's the black backgrounds. That means the clouds are fairly thin, and forecast models show that we get into some thinning cloud cover later this afternoon going into early this evening. So a little sun late day would also help boost us up. We'll go 77 at 4 o'clock, 74 at 8 o'clock in the evening. I do have thunderstorms across parts of the state tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up.